Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Convinced and will in fact end up being the Rakan. Makes a lot of sense. It's good with Jhin. It's good as of right now into the Leona. And this is Fredit BRION with an extreme...
Going to make his first mark on the game. Delight looking to get on in there with the Glacial Augment. A lot of damage onto Delight as he will go down. They finally take down that kill, and Henna is just in no man's land. Owner right here to scoop up the kill afterwards. He will be able to pick that up, and now Umti even in a little bit of trouble. Will get chased down this lane. He does not have a flash. Elects to go in and try to get on top of Keria here. He's actually holding his own pretty well. Yeah, and ready to fight this one. Here comes Morgan looking for the engage onto Zeus. He's got a couple of members as well as Galio up here, and you're not getting away from that one. Not able to dodge the Camille Galio combo.
I think he got the cannon. Owner. He's texting, you know, he texts the pentakill. Texting this as well. Oh boy, that's not good.
Hey, they're just going to get on top of him, way too much damage, but the combo in the bottom side doesn't get all too much. The flash forward, and they will pick up the support in Keria. Flash is going to be denied as Baker looks like he'll also go down. So a couple of kills down here for Fredit BRION. As now opening up is the Jhin. Nice try on the side snipe there, but it is not going to happen. And take a look at this, Fredit BRION matching the rotations, as it looks like T1 should get the first turret though, so they do get that under their belts.
Well, actually wouldn't have minded if Fredit BRION just let this turret sit for a little bit longer and let more minions die. Denied those from Gumayushi. He's going to be able to still pick them up now regardless. Missed opportunity there. But important thing there, really nice counterplay from Fredit BRION. The moment they realize that Owner is top again to apply pressure there, help Zeus shove out the wave and maybe set up a dive, we see them go. And I'm really happy that T1 doesn't actually go for that, because I could see that happen, and they would end very, very poorly. You need to hit a couple of key skills, because you did see...
Fun time for him. He's going to have so much room. It will be very difficult for T1 to get backline access. Here comes Morgan. Okay, he's like, I'm just gonna kill you. I've got Galio, and he instantly blows up, as does the Jace, nearly at the same time.
Operation Owner.
Yeah, this is a Nidalee behind enemy lines. Actually gets stunned up perfectly there by Delight. He's gonna pop his stopwatch as he is going to also flash. He's buying a lot of time here, but he's still absolutely going to die. You would have to imagine, right? Okay, there you go.
Oh, they got Drake of that.
Hey, the Jhin Air Green Wings flash, I love it. It's all worth it in the end.
Oh, hold up.
Yeah, Fredit BRION are like, no, you can't. You're not gonna get away with delaying. I'm Galio.
Wow.
Perfect ward there. Flank behind, and they will secure an Ocean Drake.
I am very, very pleasantly surprised with what we're seeing here. This is a go in, click all your circles, hit some of them, and the enemy blows up, and it's working perfectly, right? Morgan going in with the flash hook shot there, setting up it very, very cleanly. And
as we're having another fight down here in the bottom side, no sign of Galio just yet, but doesn't seem like they need it. Just the hard engage comes in from Morgan. And we've talked about this before. They have this in... Why does he not have one already?
Well, honestly, like what I can see happening is he gets one, and then they do this play again, and then they kill them.
Well,
and
maybe
like,
he buys enough time for his team to catch up.
Well, no, I mean, like, then T1 wins the fight because of the stopwatch.
He's trying to make up for it now as he's finally found Morgan alone. Morgan does not have his flash, and that will be, in fact, a dead Morgan. So now both of the top laners have 3 deaths.
There's a roam coming through from Lava here.
Yeah, Lava's just in range, just for whenever they're going to engage. And he can press his R button. You know, that's all he's got to do. He doesn't have to worry about positioning right now. He's ready to go, and here we go. It looks like Morgan is going to get rooted up. In goes Delight, and the flank is coming in, maybe a little bit late. No ult from the Galio. Really nice stopwatch from Zeus, but he will go down, and the damage is still coming out, raining down from Henna. Baker has to flash away. They take him down, too. And Fredit BRION are not going to go down without a fight. Henna's still having a lot of room, but the damage now coming out from Guma. He's also got some room. There's the double kill from him. And finally, with Henna left alone, he will be chopped down in the end. Triple kill goes to Gumayusi as he had perfect positioning throughout the fight.
Oh, and team comps can only get you so far, Veldas. That's the quality of T1 shining through there. as unlike the last couple of times, the engage on Faker doesn't actually work out. Crucially, he flashed is that the moment they won that fight, immediately look at the control that they gain on the map. The entire topside jungle is completely covered. As the teleport ward comes in.
We have a teleport, we have a flank coming in, but where is he? Where is Morgan? Okay, finally he's here, as now he's going to get over the wall, and look at this, the flank actually eventually comes online. Guma not able to do too much. Henna will survive, as he was in his ultimate the entire time, and one by one, the bricks fall down, and Bro take down 3 of them, 4 of them.
It was too late, but he was actually perfectly on time, as he picks up the kill, and now Ona try and go for a hero play, but I don't think it's happening, especially not with Morgan there as well. They're not letting him get anywhere near that Baron pit. Now the goal gone from a deficit. They would have won Worlds.
Oh,
just
yeah,
had to get
absolutely,
semis.
yeah.
I don't know how.
We should have sent them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're so good at taking down Titans. Like,
Yeah.
that's where all the Titans are in Worlds, right? Like, they're not going to be as good in LCK. They have a lot of damage. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't even, I mean, I thought they had a lot of damage.
Lava.
They don't really. Lava's getting very caught out here. He does have the Zhonya's ready to go. He's going to get rooted, and down he will go. Hextech Soul will go the way of Fredit BRION, as there's the damage. This is what I was talking about. Mara's Witness Soul. You might just have to say goodbye to your health bars, but Fredit BRION is not going to challenge the 5-man unit here at Baron. They get the Soul, and they will back away. And Chronicler, I think, you know, you were
temporary, but Soul is forever. And now T1 still a minute and a half on the clock, trying to use that Baron buff for as much as humanly possible. Maybe get them in a position where they can utilize it for a possible sit of pressure on the Elder. If you do get, you know, an actual shove, trying to force T1 into a stalemate that they're definitely going to lose. Faker not that close by. Flank trying to be found there from Morgan.
Yeah, they do have that flank. Owner will go in. That is a massive Galio ultimate. Gets 3 of them, and into the backline they go. Gumayusi is getting targeted down, and down he will go in his GA. And there's just nothing left here for T1. They get hard engaged upon, and Fredit BRION will take it to them here in game number 1.
Unbelievable. Fredit BRION. We called them the Giant Slayers. And what's a better way to start off your split than going up 1-0 against T1? I don't know, Veldis. I am at a loss for words.
Happens to the best of them, doesn't it? At least when it's Fredit BRION on the Rift. That's all I gotta say. Faker, he knew that he was not gonna win the base race, but he is not gonna win this 1v5 either. GG, Fredit BRION will take the win in game number 1. In their new dream.
Jhin, Nautilus, and Gnaw, and Delight is quite the menace on the set.
Yeah, I really like that pick for this team and just the late game. We'll see what kind of soul we get this time around. We have Hextech. It's not going to be Ocean, we know that. Had a lot of Ocean souls, so I guess the game's trying to give us something different, and it won't be Hextech talking with each other.
Yeah.
As Owner is here, and they're not necessarily going for a dive. Now they will go for it, but it is Set, who is quite tanky, but it does not matter. No W does come out, and Owner is level 6, so he's able to survive very well. But here comes the rotation coming out already. Able to capitalize on that. Gumayusi is way behind enemy lines here. No way he's going to take out Henna either, and that's a double kill for Where have I seen this before, Chronicler?
So if this tower goes any lower, which it looks like it will, Fredit BRION gonna have to abandon ship. Also used a lot of ultimates in that previous skirmish on bot side, so they can't actually hold on. T1 finding a bigger lead with a composition that's going to be able to do so. Much more comfortable look for T1. Knowing that you have this much power in team fights gives you a lot more confidence as you move around the map. Drake gets picked up, a 1-to-1. And meanwhile, while Shield Bow is supposed to the guild force that we've seen a lot is Owner.
Okay, Owner's in the front, and even on the Xingqiao, Umti's just able to get in his face, and the Viego once again showing that power against the Xingqiao.
Instead, T1 says, okay, yeah, fine by me. I'll just let that go. As I'm not sure about this one, Morgan.
I don't know. He got the jump on him, I guess, the cask. And he actually buys a lot of time. Here comes Umti again, and it looks like 4-0 for our Viego player will be on the cards. And he's got to have some.
That's Fredit BRION to go in here, but it looks like they want to go for it.
Yeah, and Umti's leading the charge. He's like, okay, I'm going in, guys. Doesn't look like he's committing to it, though. He's getting a bunch of poke down. That is a fantastic cast, but it's onto the Nautilus, and that's not the guy you want to attack. Finally, Delight will take him out, but look at Owner on the frontline zones everybody else out, nearly takes down Morgan. As T1 will get...
Form is about to time out.
He's got his team pushing the mid lane at least. Will they get flanked here? The knock-up not so good. He's going to have to grab Owner, and that's not great. Delight just going to have to walk away with the tail between his legs. Huge Moonlight Vigil as a lot of damage is going down. Faker was kind of by himself on the top side and died. Didn't get to quite see that as we were calling the calling of it.
I still get
They called
that.
it. Yeah.
No, I get it. Yeah. That's too late.
Unfortunate. Okay, well, they're going to call Zeus's bluff. Down you go, my good friend, as just face checking there. Not quite yet the Meganar. And so he will take an immense amount of damage. Owner is also getting shredded to pieces. Yes, your support will go down. This is a 2-for-1 trade with Mountain Drake alive. And now you can just rise ultimate over there. Or Morgan gets left behind.
Yeah, and that Mountain Soul actually coming in pretty big, right? If you look at the itemization for T1, they have Shadow Flame and Collector, and getting more resistances at Fredit BRION is actually going to turn those items off, but Beauty Avoids, of course, is always good as Faker.
Uh-oh, there's the 2-second root, and you're dead. And, you know, we've talked about Zeus getting caught out. That's Faker getting caught out, and he's no...
Delayed for a little bit.
Yeah.
As Lava still clearing. If I'm not mistaken, also just teleport?
They still have the ability to press some buttons and get something going. As Lava is going the long way around after clearing the mid wave, as here he comes into the back line. Don't worry, that's not T1's Realm Warp. As, okay, Dredgeline gonna find the set, but that's just set. And Keria says, well, that didn't do much. It bought him some time and will actually get them the Mountain Drake, but let's see this follow-up as a gigantic amount of damage comes out from Goop.
That was the only space that T1 needed to go and get the Dragon. Subsequent re-engage for Fredit BRION was thoroughly ruined by Gumayushi getting such a big pickup. Oh no.
Morgan's just here and it's stolen! That's gonna be Umti getting into the pit, and he takes down the Baron, and he perfectly timed that one. And T1 are in shambles. Lava's here in the mid lane pushing, getting even more under their belts.
You know he's there! He knows you're there. Like, they know you're doing this. You can't flip this. You don't need to. BRION and a battle against the Titan. And that's when they're at their best. I don't know what to tell you.
Sometimes they break the rules. I love that. Opening up early. He's just gonna hold it. He's waiting, and wow, that's a lot of burst DPS into the enemy jungler, and that's going to be Fredit BRION getting the Dragon. And no Meganar comes in for a long time, but Owner's getting so much work done on the front line. Does not take any damage from Lava, and down will go the Jhin. And this time around, Faker's in position to do his damage, and the carries are finally online. Lava's trying to kite them all out. He's bouncing the damage. Delight comes back in. Can Lava actually survive? No, he cannot. Just barely not going to be enough. Even though both of the hyper carries on the side of T1 go down, they still are able to win the fight.
But Fredit BRION have just been outfighting them. They don't have vision right now, though.
They have so much damage on this Baron right now with the Victor and the Aphelios, but the force fight comes in and Delight gets blown to smithereens immediately. A lot of damage here on the front line still. Senna holding on to that final one, and he steals it! Are you serious? They do it again! You have to be kidding me! Fredit BRION once again are going. It's like, it doesn't matter what the comps are. Doesn't matter who's on the Rift. Well, it has to be a strong team that they're facing.
Yeah.
That's the one. We do have the teleport coming back. It is 2 against 1, but they're electing to back away, and this will give T1 the Mountain Soul. So, at the end of it all, looks like they're going to potentially try to fight. We got a TP coming in from the Rise. Fredit BRION delaying their backs, not going to get the root, but Faker not quite in position. They want to cut him off. And they're going to take a bunch of damage, but so will Lava, as Umti over the wall is going to assassinate him, but Lava also will go down. As Umti on the run here. This game is getting wild and crazy. As now 4-on-4, no mid laners this time. A new style as in goes the Gragas. He immediately dies. This is a lot of room right now for Gumayusi as Henna is going to get stunned down and locked down by both of them from the side of T1. Just barely is going to get taken out, and a triple kill for Gumayusi.
Third time's the charm, I guess.
Look at Henna. He's like, are you sure you want to do this again?
No.
And Umpty is here once again. He is not going to get into the pit, and that is going to be one shot from the Aphelios that gets this one this time. No need for a smite, I suppose, as Lava is in a little bit of trouble. That's that burst damage coming out from Faker's Victor right into.
Yep.
Because now they're not really in a great spot here. We got Meganar coming up, and you see that Umpty has no real hope of getting in there. He's just going to try to frontline, and down he will go as knocked into the wall will be the two of them. It looks like T1 will finally go ahead and win the game as they ran into so many obstacles, multiple Baron steals, multiple team fights that were kind of bots, but they're going to get the job done in the end, Chronicler.
Oh boy, Veldes, that is a game for the analyst chairs to chew on, because a lot happened. In the end, it is indeed T1 that is going to take this one. But I can't imagine that this is what they expected their day to be. All in all, what a game. What a game.
I'll leave it to you to choose the player of the game, because I have no idea. No. It is going to be T1 taking the victory, 46 minutes just about into the game. 20 to 13 kills. I think Owner's face there tells you the story of the way that this series...
Particularly that Corki, but... would be a good matchup, and I think for Zay is the most important thing. I'm happy to give him the counter pick, because I feel like he has been the most up and down player that we've seen on T1, and getting him.
As here comes Owner, trying to get that combo onto Delight, wants to land the red buff first, and he will predict the flash, as there it does come down. Even gonna force Henna to flash away as Umpty is here, but not.
And then Owner just, getting the slow, and at that point, as Delight, even if you flash upwards.
Oh!
Let's say that though.
Take a look at this. Flash will be used, and in goes the Xin Zhao, is going to get the knock up here and finally take down Gumayusi. Was a bit close. As now Owner is nearby, looking for the kill potentially onto Umpty.
Counterplay.
He's going to be waiting around. There's no summoners on the bottom lane of Fredit BRION, so not just here to help, but here to make a play happen. They take down Henna very easily. Keria able to tank that up, and another blow to the bottom lane, this time in favor.
The downside of Fatality Barons, much more so than a lot of other AD carries, his turret plates taking potential. Nothing to write home about. Not really going to get you the amount of plays you would get with a Aphelios, with a Crescendum, even if
it's going to be the flash there at a Gumayusi. Follow up here with the Gravitum as Owner's actually going to go in there, trying to burst him down. Is the damage there? Yes, it is. Just barely enough as Faker coming on in. There we go. The fear comes off, but he is quite alone.
Late, but they're going to try and contest this regardless.
This is a very deep teleport coming on in here, trying to get the flank onto Delight, who steps forward. But then he immediately dies because there's a Gwen behind him. Faker takes an immense amount of damage, but T1 do pick up that Infernal Drake. Most importantly, they're getting a little bit more on the backside of it as well. Morgan not in the best spot here, but he has another body slam and will be able to get away, but still a 1-for-2.
Converging towards bot, except Umpty, who is still on the river.
Yeah, he is enjoying the beach.
Yeah.
So the Rift Herald is going to go through here, and Zeus immediately, looks like maybe he got whimsied or something, as they're taking a huge amount of damage. You talked about these two guys in the early game, they're so obnoxious. As here comes big boy Gragas, really nice flash out of Gumayusi in response, but the cask is just way too much, and here's Lava. He's looking to feed in that backline, but he gets absolutely nobody at the end of it all. How could that possibly happen? Everybody's on such low health here, and Faker's not yet done as he pushes forward. Flash Q into the face of the Karma, picks up a double kill. And finally, we're beginning to see T1 look like the team we expected them to be tonight.
Oh, and that was beautifully executed by T1. What was looking like an overextension, right? Very far up, pushing.
Be able to be used here by Fredit BRION. As here comes Faker, he's gonna find the fear, and that is a dead Corki. Doesn't matter what you've got, as Faker burns down, but it does not matter as he will survive. Here comes Gwen. Zave's gonna get the front line down, and the needles in their face. Owner decides, well, maybe I'll just go down, but it does not matter as it is still a 2-for-1 in favor of T1. They should be able to pick up this Ocean Drake as well.
Really cleanly played. Very, very good catch there coming through. Faker following all the way as Lava desperately tries to package out. Also, again, Zay is looking so much more comfortable here on the Gwen, doing what we've seen a lot of top laners do started off. He's the one that has to find a proper engage, possibly aided by Carrier, but Carrier needs more poke to the face, and now the health bars are a little bit frightening.
Yeah, I don't even think Fredit BRION want to do this. They just want to sit there, poke, and get an engage on. Polymorph is down, and that is the dead Carrier! And it's probably a dead Faker. So much more poke comes in as Gumayusi does insane damage, though. And that might just be enough to win this one for T1. Zeus is going to front load the fight here and push the Gragas away. As, man, the Aphelios in the end might just do it. Owner just barely is going to survive here, it looks like, as he gets the triumph there at the very end. Fredit BRION will have to run away, but man, that was looking good for them with the poke, but the second that Gumayusi blew him up, it was over.
That was so well done by Faker, Owner, and Guma. That was a beautiful trifecta of stopping the enemy's engage, turning it around on them.
Not sure yet. Let's wait and see.
Hold up a little.
Yeah. Ocean Soul, pretty good, especially when you're dealing with this much poke. I say pretty good. That is facetious, of course. Very good. As now they're just going to go in and push ahead, try to take this down with their Baron buff that they do have, try to avoid as much poke as possible. And it nearly dies on the backside of this, by the way. Just send the Gwen into the mid lane and get some split pushing off. Try not to get picked off. And you should be golden. Fredit BRION, they're still in the game, but definitely a different feel to what we've been saying from the last couple minutes.
Not really comparable. Really nice pass coming through. This is late in
Gwen. He's literally full health. After 3 or 4 people desperately tried to kill him.
Remember Old Orc when he got an Ocean Soul?
Yeah.
That's the same thing, but then he also kills your team.
Yeah,
I guess Old Orc
kills
did that
you
as well.
The Mage, Assassin, Wizard. That's a little bit of what Gwen has going on for sure. As, yeah, they're going to take down 2 inhibitors. T1, ever the safe team, especially with the way this game.
Ooh. Yeah.
That was actually the Piercing Arrow from Henna, I believe. Maybe it was both. Either way. We got the Elixir here on Zeus. He's just hanging around mid, not really feeling too bad. Doing a good job for his team, diverting attention to this mid lane while his team does push the top side. Remember that they don't have Baron right now. They're still going for the push very dominantly, very confidently here.
Oh.
Baker was really thinking about that one.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have been a good idea, but he throws it out. Not too much avail.
And here do you see the problem that with the amount of range that Fredit BRION is available, the wave player is actually really, really good. Auntie at least doesn't have to use his ultimate. It would have been the end of that.
Look at saves.
Yeah.
It's just like hanging out in their base.
Shoving.
Ooh, okay. Use that turret a little bit before the back door comes online. Takes that down. That will be the 3rd turret into the pockets of T1.
3 nips down. Safe. It's really nice.
Oh, you don't use...
Oh, there's no helmets. Not a thing.
What?
Yeah. As Baron gets taken.
That seems very dangerous. Okay, yeah, they're just going to... Remember, 94 minutes.
Yes.
Now we have an Elder. Back in my day, we didn't. That's what Elders... Or, Elder. That's what Faker is saying to his team at this moment in time. And I don't know if they're in that brush. Doesn't look like it. Could have been their moment to actually take out Owner. Looks like he was a little bit alone, but Flash Wild Growth probably would have kept him alive. As here comes T1 now, as, okay, nice little try. Gotta go for the risky play. When you're this far behind, everybody's just gonna get wiped into the bin at the end of this one, as Faker going to pick up yet another kill, and they will even get the ace. Faker staying alive, and Zeus will as well. That's going to do it. T1 take the 2-1 victory tonight. It was not easy. I'm not sure they'll all be super happy with the win, but a double.